Hi there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. First of all, thank you very much for encouraging me on this mission of book reading, and we are here with 86th book, 86th book in our book reading series, and it gives me immense pleasure to mention about this book. In fact, most of us would have gone through this very famous series on television, Sony TV, Shark Tank, right? Shark Tank. I'm sure most of the budding entrepreneurs and especially the MBA grads definitely would have met the best of this series, this TV show called Shark Tank India. So it happened last month at one of the airports. I could see this book and I picked up this book and I found it so succinct, so precise, and takeaways from each and every shark from the shark tanks. I'm going to mention about this 6 7 different sharks. I mean the guides, the coaches, they themselves are very successful and very effective entrepreneurs. Um, so, all of us, this is the quest basically. What are those top qualities or characteristics of being a successful entrepreneur? I think most of us, we think we have an idea, we float that idea, we try to implement that, but somehow I think more than 80% of the times, the entrepreneurs, they fizzled out. They lose the ground, and they get back to being an employee, or maybe sometimes they get so disheartened that it becomes very difficult for them to get over the crisis. What goes wrong, and what are those different qualities or approach or attitudes in life that can make you keep going, because success is very relative, in fact. But what can you make you be there, sustainable, and you can make a life out of it, and you can enable others to make life out of that. So first of all, if you ask me, though I am an employee and been there more than 26 27 years now, with multiple industries, more than 15 organizations and different multiple sectors, and wherever I worked, I'd work with most of the organization at the budding stage, at the project phase, and it was a tremendous learning for me. If you ask me, I got this construct, this concept that if there is something called entrepreneur, and there is some entrepreneur, there is something also called intrapreneur. Entrepreneur are the employees who work with complete ownership, and they're not into blame game, but they claim that whatever has been assigned to them, they work with complete commitment, competence, and they keep sharpening their saw, and they give their best possible, as much as possible. These are the self-motivated people called entrepreneurs. So based on my experience, I would say that ABC of entrepreneur or maybe entrepreneur is that A is the right attitude. What mindset we have? Many people have this mindset that money, talking about money, they feel very shy. No, we are not talking about that you become money minded and forget your relationship, and you become so much obsessed with that. But understanding the value of money, and because if peace is important, prosperity is the other side of inseparable part of life. Peace and prosperity. Many times, as a layman, your peace goes on toss if you are not prosperous enough, at least to sustain in life with you and your family. So the A is very important attitude, and B is bold. I heard that Priyanka Chopra, in one of her interviews, she was mentioning about successful ladies, women, that it's not the good ladies or good women make history, it's the bold women make histories. I do feel the same when it comes to any gender. It's being bold in sense, not arrogant, but bold in sense. You should be able to put your points across very clearly. I have seen sometimes in most of the organizations, and though there are exceptions. Now, psychophants, they cannot actually make a living. In fact, why they become psychophants? चमचे कैसे बन जाते हैं? Because they are not competent enough. They need some crutches. So we need to have very holistic and honest, soul-searching kind of quest within ourselves. That are you working? Are you working for a boss? Are you working for that department or organization, or maybe for that industry? You need to make a call on that. It doesn't mean that you should not respect your boss. You should respect your boss, your leader. But he's also working for an organization. In fact, a truest boss will appreciate that you are understanding the expectation of the department and organization, and you are working. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's come to this book. Startup fundas from the sharks and participants. Shark Tank India. Okay. Now in this book, Ashneer Grover, and one of my very favorites, Ghazal Alag are not included. I follow Ghazal Alag a lot on LinkedIn, and the way she speaks, so holistic and very inspiring talk she gives. I'm a fan of Ghazal Alag, of Mama Earth. I think most of us would be using that product. And Ashneer Grover, I think we all know, yeah, Bharat Pe and all. Okay, so who are this? Who are those sharks included in this book? It's Vinita Singh, it's Aman Gupta, Piyush Bansal, Namita Thapar, Anupam Mittal, and Amit Jain. These are six sharks. We are talking about. Definitely, we look at what mantras they are giving to all those budding entrepreneurs. So, fantastic book, very holistic book, and very succinct, to the point, very precise book. So that if you have an idea, you can able to translate that idea with the help of certain funds and grit, and guts. So what do you want to have? Book, one of the key takeaways is basically how to make a BP. That's basically business plan. Those who are MBA grads, those who are MBAs, they can very well understand. For example, one of my very favorites, Ansoff matrix. The product versus market. When the product is new, market is new, what you are supposed to do. When the market is old, product is new, what you are supposed to do. 4 quadrants, you all, yeah, and definitely the 4 P's and 7 P's are flip quadrant. There are many matrices. I think I love to make matrices. I keep making this. Now, who is Vinita Singh? Vinita Singh is 39-year-old co-founder and CEO of, yes, Sugar Cosmetics. Yeah, Sugar Cosmetics. My wife uses her products. Launched in 2015, it is today the fastest growing premium cosmetic brand in the country. The brand's current valuation is more than $500 million. And Vinita Singh is also, because I like, she's a fitness freak, and has completed 20 marathons, 3 ultra marathons, 89 kilometers, and a dozen half marathons of 21 kilometers. She is a fitness freak and amazing. Now what she says, aim for that did not quit middle. Did not quit. So her approach in business and life is basically don't quit. Hang on there. Be there. If you be there, things will come to you. Definitely you should be open-minded and you should be very learning oriented. And second is Aman Gupta. I think we all know Aman Gupta. I think if you use the earphones, yeah, boat products, so Aman Gupta. Now what Aman Gupta, I'll quickly talk about Aman Gupta. He is emphasizing on ROI, return on investment, and he's talking about just like love, find yourself the right co-founder, that's very important. He's mentioning about the team and product market fit, PMF he's talking about. Learn from your failures, go on, have a never say die attitude. He's also talking the same. And Aman's guide to starting a startup, ROI, he's focusing on ROI, hustle, be industrious, work smart, and build relationship, build and invest in a good team. Aman is mentioning about good team. Grahak Bhagwan hai, and aim for delivering the best customer experience. And starting a successful business can be an incredible ego boost, but the key is to stay humble throughout the journey. That's what I believe in the same. What Piyush Bansal thinks empathy is a secret. Piyush Bansal. Now, Piyush Bansal, Lenskart. मैंने भी Lenskart से ये lenses लगाया हुआ है. So Lenskart. And Piyush Bansal's #1 approach, or what he's saying is, why having empathy is a key ingredient for success. And coincidentally, I do feel the same. We need to empathize. And we need to modify our products. I always used to say to our sales team when I was in one of the electronic organization, if you have a display of your product in some mall, so you need to actually feel and visualize different kinds of customers coming and looking at that product and how they can benefit from that product. Could be a villager, could be an educated person, could be very affluent, financially affluent family, a person, could be a student, different people coming in. Are they really getting benefit of that particular product? So how we can pitch that product. So startup journey is unique to you. अच्छा ये क्या बोलते हैं पीयूष बंसल क्या बोलते हैं इसके बाद build empathy in your team for your investors and above all for your customers. Always put yourself in their shoes. Empathy की बात करें. In a startup, have a promise, not experience. Yeah, you have to deliver. That's what I think. Complaint की भी परिभाषा यही है. When I was at my IIM Calcutta campus for executive MBA, so there I learned this definition of complaint. That complaint is a deficiency of committed service or product. Namita Thapar is also very enterprising women lady. नमिता थापर के बारे में हम लोग सब जानते हैं. She comes from Pune, and Namita Thapar के बारे में सब जानते हैं. MCure, right? अच्छा, needless to mention, all these sharks are coming from very premier institutes, IIT, IIMs, whether in India or maybe outside India, coming from top-notch business schools. You know, Namita is a big movie buff, and उन्होंने शोले के जो किरदार है जय और वीरू, इनके बेटों का नाम उन्होंने जय और वीरू रखा हुआ है नमिता ने. तो द टू ओज जो है ये कहती हैं ऑप्टिमिज्म एंड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के ऊपर ये काफ़ी फोकस देती है नमिता जी. तो नमिता जो है वो क्या कहती हैं, बी अ शार्क एंड एज ए डॉल्फिन ऑल्सो. शी सेज थिंक ऑफ योर सेल्फ एज अ शार्क एंड डॉल्फिन, बी बोथ अग्रेसिव एंड एम्पैथेटिक. Dolphin is very empathetic, right? Find mentors, but also mentors others. Cultivate the two O's. I already told you, optimism and organization. Then next is Anupam Mittal. Shaadi.com वाले तो अनुपम मित्तल जो है वो क्या कहते हैं? Be audacious. It's often easier working on seemingly impossible project than playing the same game as others. Don't optimize for the short terms, but for long-term greed. If there is one trait to build the culture about, it's the ability to constantly question and status quo. Question that status quo. It's basically continuous upgradation. फिर अमित जैन जो है वो fail fast, learn faster like अमित जैन. तो अमित जैन जो है, Amit's guide to starting up a startup. Be quick, fail, learn, try something else. Just keep going as fast as possible. Try to fundraise for scale, not for survival. Scale up की बात कर रहे हैं. Find a niche to create a business or white space, as Amit calls it. Be careful and responsible about your company's money. Focus on execution. Don't overthink on overplan. Execution की बात कर रहे हैं. There is another wonderful book, and that is basically coming from Stephen Covey's team, Ramcharan. बहुत पहले मैंने किताब पढ़ी थी Execution. बहुत प्यारी किताब है. He is also talking about execution. So lessons from Shark Tank India के बारे में मैंने कुछ आपको बताया. अभी ज़्यादा मैं डिटेल में नहीं जाने वाला हूँ. So in this book, just to summarize, you will learn why Anupam thinks panic can be good for you, how Amit nearly sunk his first business, how they manage their failures and stress also. जैसे नमिता जो है वो meditation करती है वगैरह वगैरह. The many pivots Vinita made before she hit jackpot. How Piyush mentors help him out. Why Namita thinks that you need more women in your team. Women power की बात करें. How Aman found that perfect co-founder. तो team up की बात करें. So this is a really wonderful book. Not just the budding entrepreneurs or the entrepreneurs already there in the market will benefit from this book, but also the employees. I said that in the beginning, called entrepreneurs. I mean employees who work with complete dedication, ownership, commitment. They will also benefit from it, because nowadays not just the HODs of any department, not just the business department, any department, and also every employee who's there living in the market, they need to understand what the people are talking about. They interact with the different client, they deal with customers who happen to be businessmen. They need to understand the same lingo. They understand what is the common denominator, so that can connect well and could be able to could be their very preferred supplier, or when it comes to delivery of certain products and services. So business, if you ask me, business is all about, so business is not about just money, but prosperity, and prosperity is all about holistic well-being. It's peace of mind, it's great health, holistic evolution for individual, for family, for society, for nation, and the whole world. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.